They replaced my job with a cheaper version and expected me to help. I decided to follow their orders a little too well. I was the vice principal of a middle school. I loved my job. I worked hard for my staff. Then one Wednesday, everything changed. I got called into a meeting with the acting superintendent. The head of human resources was there too. They told me my position was being deleted. Not just mine. Every assistant principal in the district was gone. They said it was for the budget. But then they told me the real news. They were making a new job. It was called a learning coordinator. It was the same job I already did. But the pay was way lower. They actually looked me in the eyes and said I could apply for it. They wanted me to interview for the desk I was already sitting at. I was a soldier before I was a teacher. I know when a leader is making a bad call. This was the worst call I had ever seen. I felt my face get hot. My hands started to shake a little bit. I did not yell. I just sat there. They gave me until Friday to decide. I did not need that much time. I knew right then that I was done with this district. I went to see a friend who was an assistant superintendent. He told me the real tea. A lady from the district office was taking my school. She was being demoted, and she was bringing her own friend to take my spot. It was all a setup. I called an old friend who runs a charter school. He has been asking me to work for him for 5 years. I asked if he had a spot for a teacher. He said he had 3. I took one on the spot. I am going back to the classroom. 6th grade. I am actually happy about it. But I still had a few weeks left on my contract. And I decided to make them very interesting. I went back to the superintendent. I told him his plan was total garbage. I told him he was ruining a great school. I told him the new boss was as mean as a movie villain. I told him I would work until the end of the year. But I would never recommend this place to anyone ever again. I told him I wanted a great letter of recommendation by Friday. He just sat there in silence. I walked out and started my plan. I wanted to help my teachers on the way out. My staff is amazing. They deserve better than this new regime. So I stayed up late thinking, how could I give the district the finger one last time? Then it hit me. Every teacher has to do 24 hours of extra training. It is mandatory. If they do not do it, they lose their summer. I decided to fix that for every single one of them. I knew what was coming next. This was only the beginning. I was about to turn this school upside down before I left for good.